A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a shocking development that has sent ripples through Turkey's political landscape, Ekrem Imamoglu, the mayor of Istanbul and a prominent challenger to President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, has been formally arrested and charged with a series of corruption-related offenses. This arrest comes just days before Imamoglu was expected to be selected as the Republican People's Party's (CHP) presidential nominee for the 2028 elections. The charges against him include establishing and managing a criminal organization, taking bribes, extortion, unlawfully recording personal data, and rigging a tender. Imamoglu has vehemently denied these allegations, claiming they are politically motivated and aimed at undermining his candidacy. "I will never bow," he declared on social media platform X before being remanded in custody, a statement that has resonated with many of his supporters. His detention has ignited some of the largest protests in Turkey in over a decade, with demonstrators taking to the streets to express their outrage and demand justice. The protests, which have continued for 5 consecutive nights, have been met with a heavy-handed response from the authorities, including the use of water cannons and pepper spray against peaceful protesters. Erdogan has condemned the demonstrations, accusing the CHP of attempting to disturb the peace and polarize the nation. Imamoglu's arrest is seen by many as a strategic move by Erdogan to eliminate a significant political rival ahead of the upcoming elections. The CHP has reported that nearly 15 million people participated in the voting process to select the party's presidential candidate, with approximately 1.6 million votes cast by party members and the remainder from non-members showing solidarity with Imamoglu. Despite the ongoing legal proceedings, Imamoglu remains a key figure in Turkish politics, and his potential candidacy for the presidency could still proceed unless he is convicted on the charges against him. The political climate in Turkey has become increasingly fraught, with opposition figures alleging that the recent arrests are part of a broader campaign to stifle dissent and suppress political opposition. As tensions continue to rise, the future of Turkey's democracy hangs in the balance, with many citizens expressing their desire for justice and accountability in the face of what they perceive as an increasingly authoritarian regime. Amidst the chaos, Imamoglu's lawyers have announced plans to appeal the decision to revoke his degree from Istanbul University, a move that could further complicate his eligibility to run for president. The Supreme Election Council will ultimately decide whether Imamoglu qualifies as a candidate, but the political implications of his arrest are already being felt across the nation. With the CHP forming alliances with other opposition parties, including the pro-Kurdish People's Equality and Democracy Party (DM), the stakes are high as Turkey approaches a critical juncture in its political history. The ongoing protests reflect a growing discontent among the populace, with many citizens feeling increasingly disenfranchised by the current government. As the situation develops, observers around the world are watching closely, with concerns about the implications for democratic governance and human rights in Turkey. The coming days will be pivotal, as Imamoglu's fate and the response of the Turkish government to the protests will likely shape the political landscape in the lead-up to the next presidential election. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.